Good morning, Summers. How are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm very good. It was really great speaking with you last night about your experience. I enjoyed hearing, about your different work uh, positions that you have held in the past and the skill set that you have gained from those positions. So, what I'd like to do now is hear in your own words. Thank you for allowing me to record this part of the interview. But in your own words, a little bit about your admin duties that you've done in the past, and then you told me last night about, why and how you got back involved with the medical side of things. So go ahead, you've got the floor.
Okay. So, yes, I have had administration. So, pretty much welcoming the patients in, as well as, different managers coming in. So, I did both up front in the front area desk and also the back area as well. I think the key points when it comes down to me, I have that charisma. I can welcome anybody in. I'm not shy. So it's one of those characteristics that a lot of people try to have and don't always have it, but I have that. So I usually get like that sunshine effect, when I come in. So I do have a couple of years experience with the forefront of dealing with people as well as customers. So it's like I'm a people's person.
I completely agree. As soon as you called me and we started chatting for just a few minutes, I felt like I had known you for a while.
Right.
You definitely have very good customer service. You're friendly. You had a smile in your voice before we
Right.
even met face to face. So that's why I thought you'd be a good fit for
Mhm.
a reception type
Right.
role. So
Mhm.
we chatted a little bit about the position that I have available, and you had mentioned that you had been in the medical field for quite
Mhm.
some time. So, why the switch? Why are you looking to do something different?
So with medical, at the time when I got my CNA license, there was COVID. So financially, I kind of took that, part and was like, hey, I can kind of see it as a financial gain. My kids were getting, bigger. My son was a senior. So it was like, okay, I have CNA license. Ooh, let me jump, on this and try to do it. So again, it goes back to being a people's person and taking care of others and making sure others, receive good care. So that's kind of why I had the medical thing going on with the CNA. Um, and I love dealing with people, whether they're sick, whatever the case may be. So I'm one of those that can kind of fit in anywhere, whether it's medical or, on the other side where it's not so medical.
Yeah.
But yeah, so just having that people's person effect on anybody and anywhere I go. So yeah, that's kind of why I'm trying to get a little bit away from the medical field at this
Hmm.
point, which is the one-on-one medical, which is CNA. So you're taking care of a patient every single day. But again, you have to have that characteristic to do that.
Sure. And it's hard to do that long term. I talk to a lot of candidates every day, and I know that it's draining of yourself. So
Yeah.
I can see why you could want the change. So as far as your skill set, I see, doing the type of work that you did. I
Mhm.
know that multitasking is obviously very important
Right.
in the positions that you've done. Of course, the attention to detail when you're handling someone's medical records,
Absolutely.
and communication, being able to communicate with your team and your patients and such. So those are the things that I'm looking for in this particular position. And then obviously the professionalism that we touched on a little bit last night about,
Mhm.
and I feel that you have that.
Mhm.
Uh, that professionalism and the mature work ethic
Right.
for this particular company that I am hiring for. Um, and now tell me a little bit about your computer skills.
So computer skills, I've used different platforms. I am computer savvy. for the most part. I'm going to say words per hour. Haven't done that test in a long time.
Okay. Well, that's
But
not
I'm
needed for this job.
right. But I'm quite fluent with the computer. Absolutely. Um,
Okay.
know how to maneuver and navigate through a lot of the systems. Yes.
Okay. And then, how would you feel about like answering calls all day, get to answering, one after another? Is that something you've done in the past when you
Yeah.
were at DaVita, right?
Yes, yes. So
Okay.
I kind of call it the chameleon effect, right? So every phone call, you're going to have a different personality. You might have someone that's irate. You might have someone that's just frustrated. You might have someone that's just really bubbly. And you have to genuinely be able to switch to each and every one of those phone calls to what they need. So answering phone calls, being a receptionist, I have no issue with that. Again, you just kind of go with the flow and kind of focusing on what that particular client or patient is seeking and try to help them to the best of your ability. So multitasking and fast pace I'm okay with that.
Okay, great. And then when you were at DaVita, you held different positions?
Right. So I was with Davita the total of 13 years. I had like a 2-year gap. So I kind of started off with entry level, which is just basically running the samples to different kidney patients and reporting out to doctors in different facilities. With the company, I grew and took on different tasks, different entities that the company actually offered, which was a lot. And then after a while, I was like, hey, I think I want to go, to administration. And so I did those things as well. So I just looked at the company and seeing how far I can go, how much I can grow. And I use that to the best of my, ability to learn what the company actually had to offer. And it was a great experience.
Okay. And so, in your next career, is that something that you're looking to do is, start out and, learn what you can learn and, maybe eventually, start picking up some more responsibility and roles, and duties and such?
Absolutely. Anything that I go into, I always look to see where I can advance, and where the growth is. And anything, you just don't want to settle.
Mm,
So of course, I'll
sure.
always look for things that will better myself and help me to be a better person within that position or grow within that company. Absolutely.
Okay. Great answer. All righty. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end this part of the recording. I'm putting together some of the notes of some of the things that you've said to me. And but don't hang up because we've got a few
Okay.
more things to chat about.
All
Thanks.
right.